Greetings, math fans. All right, so this is Chapter 6, Day 9, and we're going to do something called word problems. Now, I hate using the word word problems because it sounds scary. Everyone's like, oh, words. Okay, so we'll call them applications because that's really what they are. You're applying all the stuff we learned from math with systems of equations to solve application problems. Okay? All right, so to kind of start this out here, it says a warm-up. List as many words that will describe each operation listed below. Now these words are actually pretty significant because when you see these in an application problem, you have to translate them from math or from English to math symbols. Okay, so that's really, really important. So just to kind of list the terms for addition, we have plus. If you see the word plus, or you see the word sum, or you see the word add, or you see the word more. So like 5 more than. Okay. Subtraction, you're going to see the word minus. See the word subtract. You're going to see the word less. So 5 less than. Okay, so really this is more than, and this is less than. And takeaway, that's a good one. Somebody came up with that one. Okay, so those are for subtraction. Multiplication, you'll see like times. Or if I see like, let's just say I see something that says twice something, that would be like 2x, or half of something, that would be like 1/2 x. Okay, the word product comes in there, and multiply. All right, division, you'll see the word quotient, and divide. Okay, those are kind of the main ones. All right, so just kind of come down here, translate each word expression into an algebraic expression. The product, well, you see product is multiplication, 6 a number, so 6x. So this is actually one that I would like to talk a lot about, 8 less than a number. Now this is what people want to do. People want to do 8 less than a number, and they want to put 8 minus x. That is like really bad. So you want to write that on your paper, and you put a big X through it, because that is not saying 8 less than a number, because if a number is 10, 8 less than 10 should be 2. Well, 8 minus 10 is negative 2. So always put your variable first, and then it's 8 less than it, so x minus 8. Okay? Very, very important. So if I said 8 more than a number, you would say x plus 8. Okay, there you can get away with saying 8 plus x, but I'm just going to tell you guys, you should always put the variable first. And then if it's less than, you take away. If it's more than, you add. Okay? All right, so let's set up a systems of equations, which is what we're going to do, and then we solve. Okay, using the elimination method or substitution methods, one of those two. All right, so the sum of two numbers. So what I would like you guys to do is I want you guys to define your variables. And sometimes you're like, well, why are we doing this? And you'll see why it comes in handy. So let's read the whole question. The sum of two numbers is 15. The difference of the same two numbers is 5. Find the numbers. So it's kind of like you really go to the question here. Find the numbers. So we have, we'll call x is the first number, and y is the second number. So if I said the sum of two numbers is 15, sum means add. So x plus y equals 15. And the difference, okay, remember difference is, do we even have that on here? No. Let's write that in there. Difference. That's a good one. Okay. The difference between two numbers, the same two numbers, is 5. So x minus y equals 5. So those are your two equations. Guys, once you have the two equations, then you're good to go. Then it's like really easy. You just use your method of solving. And so what are we going to do? Well, of course, the y's cancel if you use elimination, so we'll do that. So they cancel, and you get 2x, because x plus x is 2x, equals 20. Divide by 2, x equals 10. So that's your first number. How do you find your second number? You plug it back into one of the equations. I'll plug it back into the first one because you don't have any negatives. I don't like negatives. So it's 10 plus y equals 15. So subtract 10 from both sides. So y is equal to 5. And there you go. Those are your two numbers. And if you think about it, the sum of them is 10 plus 5 is 15. The difference, 10 minus 5 is 5. And you got your answer. It's a good check. Okay? Not bad. Let's go to the next one here. It says the difference of two numbers is 7. So now we have a larger number and a small number. So let's do that. X equals larger number and Y equals smaller number. So the difference of the two numbers, well, think about it. Would you do it x minus, would you do the larger minus the smaller or the smaller minus the larger? Well, of course you do the larger minus the smaller. So we're going to say x minus y is 7. And then here's the deal. This word is, math fans, that means equals in math. You got to know that. So if I literally just translate this as I go along, the larger number, so the larger number is 1 less than 3 times the smaller. Remember what I told you to do? It's 1 less, so you put the minus 1 after the variable. Less than 3 times, well, 3 times the smaller, and the smaller is y. So that's your equation. So it's 1 less than 3 times the smaller. Find the numbers. All right, so now what I want to do is, I'm going to use the substitution method. I'm going to take that x, and I'm going to substitute it into there. So instead of x, I'm going to say 3y minus 1 minus the y equals 7. So 3y minus y is 2y minus 1 equals 7 plus 1, 2y equals 8, divide by 2, y equals 4. Okay, so that's my smaller number right there. And then my large number, of course, I just plug it into, that one's it's already solved. So x equals 3 times 4 minus 1. So x equals 12 minus 1, x equals 11. Okay, so those are your two numbers. The smaller being 4, the larger being 11. Not bad. Okay, so part 2 is perimeter. And you guys remember perimeter, if you maybe you learned it, maybe you didn't, perimeter is the distance around, not the area. Okay, so basically if I would look for the perimeter of this rectangle, I would add 2 lengths together and 2 widths together, and if I would add those together, that is my perimeter. So our equation is 2 lengths plus 2 widths. Okay, so that is going to be one of our equations. So let's actually do number 1. Find the length of a rectangle, or sorry, the length of a rectangle is 5 more than the width. So L equals length and W equals width. So the length is 5 more than the width. So W plus 5. And again, I know you want to put 5 plus W, but try to not do that, because if I said 5 less than it, I want you to do W minus 5. Okay, so the length is 5 more than the width. The perimeter is 34 inches, so that's your other equation. So it's 2L plus 2W equals 34. Okay, those are your two equations. So you're going to plug that into that L. So it's 2 times W plus 5 plus 2W equals 34. So distribute here, 2W plus 10 plus 2W equals 34. So 4W plus 10 equals 34 minus 10. 4W equals 24. Divide by 4. W equals 6. Okay, so the width is 6, and let's put our units here. It even tells you the units for this one, which is good. It says inches. Alright, so it's good to have that. So width is 6 inches. And then in order to find the length, of course, I just plug that into the other equation. So L is equal to 6 plus 5. So L is equal to 11 inches. And there's your length and your width. Okay, not bad. Let's do number 2 here. The length of a rectangle, so the length, L equals length, and W equals width. So the length of a rectangle is, again, that's equals 1 more than 3 times the width. So 3 times the width, times, remember, means multiply, and 1 more, that means add. So 1 more than 3 times the width. And they give you the perimeter again. So 2L plus 2W is equal to 18. And then, again, I'm just going to substitute that in. So 2 times 3W plus 1 plus 2W equals 18. So 6W plus 2 plus 2W equals 18. So 8W plus 2 equals 18. Subtract 2. So 8W equals 16 divided by 8W equals 2. So 2, and the units are centimeters. So 2 centimeters is the width. And the length is, again, taking this and plugging it into there. So length is 3 times 2 plus 1. So length is 6 plus 1. Length is 7 centimeters. Okay? It's not bad, right? All right, let's do another one here. The width of the rectangle, so the width, W equals width, and L equals length. Okay, I'm going to be picky about that. I'm going to be looking for you to define it every single time. So the width is 7 less than the length. So L minus 7. Not 7 minus L. L minus 7. 7 less than it. Okay, and the perimeter is 70 yards. So 2L plus 2W equals 70. Okay, so we just plug that in. So it's 2L plus 2 times L minus 7 equals 70. So 2L plus 2L minus 14 equals 70. So 4L minus 14 equals 70. Add 14 to both sides. So 4L equals 84. Divide by 4. So go up here. L equals 21. And the units are yards. So 21 yards. Okay, that's your length. And then the width, of course, you're just going to plug this into here. So width is length, which is 21 minus 7. So width is 14 yards. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, so part 3 here, math fans, is literally just to practice setting it up. That's all it is. Okay, so the sum of two numbers, and we're going to say x is equal to the first number, and y equals the second number. Okay, and then it says the sum of the two numbers is 15, so x plus y equals 15. The second number, oops, so that's y. Y equals, so the second number is 5 less than 3 times the first. So remember, 3 times the first, and it's 5 less than it. Okay, so those are your two equations, and obviously we're doing a little substitution here, but I'm not going to do it now because it says do not solve. Okay, just to help you practice it. And then my last one here, it says the length of a rectangle, so L equals length, and W equals width. And it says the length is 3 more than twice width. So twice the width is 2W plus 3 then, because 3 more than that. And the perimeter is 36 feet, so it's 2L plus 2W equals 36. And then I take that L and I plug it into there. So 2 times 2W plus 3 plus 2W equals 26, or 36. Okay, so you get 4W plus 6 plus 2W equals 36. So 6W plus 6 equals 36 minus 6. Oh, I'm solving it. Jeez. 6W is equal to 30. Divide by 6. WE is equal to 5. So 5 feet. Okay, it's okay to solve it. Just for practice. And then that goes into this guy right here. So L is equal to 2 times 5 plus 3. L is equal to 10 plus 3. L equals 13 feet. Okay. So that's it, math fans. That's it for day 1, really. It's really day 8 or day 9, day 1 of applications. And then we're going to spend a couple more days going over applications to make sure you guys are good to go. But it's basically just writing out the correct equation and then using the old days of solving systems to solve for the variables. Okay? That's it, math fans. Have an outstanding day. Adios. Goodbye.